Somebody on one of my crochet groups came across this rather pretty tasselled edging. Instead of using the traditional fringe, it's got pretty little balls of different colours in the middle. Now, I've done these in two different ways. This one and this one are made with just puff stitches with no chains in between. This one and this one are made with puff stitches with the chains in between. I'm going to show you how to do the one with the chains in between. It's up to you which one you do. These do tend to be a bit bulkier and don't sit quite so flat on the back, whereas these sit a bit better on the back and look a little bit more like flowers or stars. First of all, we need 3 chain. Now, you can start off with a magic ring if you prefer. Personally, I hate magic rings. 1, 2, 3 chain. We need to do 6 puff stitch into this very first chain. Yarn over, hook into the chain. What I do next is wrap the end over the top of the hook as well, then yarn over and pull it through, which is trapped to the end in the stitch. Basically, I'm just working over the end. Yarn over, into the chain again, yarn over and through, and pull it up a bit. Yarn over, into the chain, yarn over and pull it through. You now have 7 loops on your hook, so very carefully yarn over and take them all off. And then do 1 chain. Now that chain is optional. If you prefer to do it the other way, you can leave that chain out. Yarn over, into the chain and through. Yarn over, into the chain and through. Yarn over, into the chain and through, and then take all of those loops off and work another chain. Now I'm going to do this another 4 times. Now I have 6 puff stitch. The next job is to just slip stitch to that one there, pull that nice and tight, cut the yarn and pull it through. You can see we got a little bit of a hole in the middle. Because I've worked this in, all I need to do is just pull that tight to get rid of the hole. If you've worked that end in, all you need to do is fasten it off just by sewing it in a little bit more. If you haven't worked this in, you will need to thread it around all of the stitches and pull them tight if you've managed to get quite a big hole in the middle. Just putting that up there, going back in the opposite way to the way the yarn was worked in. And the other side, pop it down through that way. And back up that way to make sure that end is secure. Then cut both the ends off. And that is your little ring of puffs. You will notice that from the front you can see the tops of the stitches. From the back it is a bit more pronounced and bulkier, so I'm going to be turning over and using this as the front. The next job is to attach this on here with the others. What I have done with the others is 5 chain, 1 double crochet into one of the puff stitches, 2 double crochet into the next 5, and another double crochet back into the first one, then slip stitch up. I've then done 3 double crochets to separate them. This one has got 10 chain on it. With the ones that I've done the chains on, instead of working into the puff stitch, I've worked into the chain spaces. All of this is something you can play with and just see what you prefer. So first of all, we're going to make 5 chain. Grab your puff stitch and find a chain space and work a double crochet into it. Then work all the way around with 2 double crochet into each chain space. Finally, a double crochet into the first chain space, then work slip stitch into each of the chain until you get back up to your other bit. Now I'm just using a granny square here that I made for the Build a Bag workshop. You can use this on anything you fancy. It would look really nice on a shawl. It would look equally nice on the end of a scarf or anything else. Finally, double crochet into that one. I'm not fastening that off just yet. So now you can see how all of these are sitting. You can make them follow your colour scheme, or you can just use scraps of yarn to make them all different colours. If you've got a plain shawl or scarf, this will look really pretty.